Andy Pages, the center fielder. This will be a long throw for Paul DeYoung. It's not going to bother that.
There, Bob, you know why? Common sense. Hey, we got new stuff though.
There's a wait a minute. What happened?
Right.
Well
In the moment where why is there a zero there now?
Engage them. Ohtani's going to walk. That'll get some boos from the fans over on the third base side. Hot shot to short.
Siege.
And 6-4 on one pitch. 2 1-pitch outs in that inning and a good shot.
15 and we go out after the game. You're whacking away hour and a half every day.
And that makes a nice pitch that just goes diving. It's 44 career home runs.
Cold and wind in his face the entire time.
Abrams will pop this up short left center. And late, but getting
that he can let the ball get deep and still drive it with authority the way that he does to the opposite field. And kind of early on in the season was something that a lot of Nationals hitters were doing, taking too many pitches over the heart of the plate. And
they bust him inside.
What a pitch.
Nats go 1-2-3. Brett.
That's awesome. What do you plan to do with the baseball as Tommy Edman drops one over the head of Luis Garcia in that lineup? So how did you mentally approach that start yesterday against them?
Kind of the same as always. I'm trying to
stops that landed you at the University of South Florida eventually. You were an 18th round pick of the Nationals.
That you're kidding, and I definitely wouldn't have believed it.
So what do you, the story by now of you working in the off season at Home Depot that has been spread around pretty.
Got to pay some bills, so I was like, oh, what a better place to get a job. It was right by my apartment,
part of the day you would train the other part of the day. How did you make it all work?
I would
to Teoscar Hernandez. This one over to Nate Lowe, tags the bag, but it's a foul ball.
Nice. That was definitely eye-opening on the first trip to Toronto. It was definitely just like, wow. Like
with rookies a good bit, they can needle you, but what's the reception been for you amongst this Nationals?
And never fail to joke with you a little bit, and but it's been awesome. They're a really great group of guys.
Well, Brad, congratulate
most of it. Conforto, the hitter. Well, I know Jenny and Joey are so proud. Got to know his parents a little bit. Out. By the way, heck of a play a moment ago with the bare hand by Paul DeYoung, racing in from center. And Dylan Cruz gets him. Smith, the catcher.
Look, a bird.
Just had a pigeon go by. I was once asked after my first game with him, what was it like? It's not only a jet. We're trying to land on an aircraft carrier that's only got half of a runway. Find a forest somewhere and just listen for falling trees. Fly ball to center. Here comes Dylan Cruz. Last 2 innings combined, 29 pitches. After 37 early, and K-Bert's going to feel like he gave an at-bat away right there with a half swing right down to Kike Hernandez.
If it goes in that one window, might as well let it fly.
Nathaniel Lowe. 3-0.
Game, multi-hit game streak. Something
wow.
Like that. Yeah.
Lowe's going to walk again. Third. And the big for doubles as well. And I'm sure Josh has tried to think of everything or work on everything you could do to get out of the gate quicker. Oh. And the following year, when the Nats ended up trading him August 2nd with Juan Soto in the mega. Well, that makes a loud sound into right. Lowe had to hold up. Make sure that ball was in front of him. And they want him to hit the ball on the ground. Louis wants to drive it somewhere. So we'll see who prevails here. Fastball, outer half. Every time I think about, as a Dodger broadcaster, 1-1. He was with the Cubs many years ago. Had played, of course, for the Garcia trying to plug the gap in right center. This is at least going to get the Nats even.
Yeah.
Second double of the year. And now Garcia has 7 hits. Been warming up for the Dodgers. Dave Roberts takes the ball. The Nats have been taking the ball all over the face. Jack Dreyer, who's never faced the Nationals before. He's our Jiffy Lube pitching change. Jiffy Lube's winning team keeps you moving.
Fastball, slider, and a curveball.
Lefty for a righty batter here. He'll drop that breaking ball to the inner half. Good base runner at second. And Alex Call will lift one out to left center. And that'll be deep enough for Josh to score and give the Nats the lead. How about this after giving up 4 in the first?
What a great job by Alex Call on this one.
Amazing play. Ball skips in, smothered by. And DeYoung just kills the ball, but it hooks on him. He's got against Dreyer, who is a native of Salt Lake City, went to high school in Iowa, and then 10 minutes of the game or so far, or thus far, and then since then 1 walk, 1 bloop.
But if you bring that fight, it put them on their heels a little bit.
They had to get his 5th hit of the year and his 5th home run. He's throwing some of his best breaking balls today to this right-handed batter. Andy Pages. Yeah, it's Andy Pages. Right in there. Evidently.
He was looking up, hoping to see something up.
And as the Dodgers continue to lead him off in this amazing. Had him reaching.
Some really good swings.
2 balls, 2 strikes again. Breaking ball, a beauty. Jake Irvin. In the division, Marlins ended the Mets winning streak today 5-0. New York had won 6 straight.
Weren't those all against the Marlins in general?
They've played them a lot. Did he stop? He did not. David Rackley.
Trying to redefine everything again.
Bouncing by the mound. CJ digging. But Tommy Edman got him by a step, 2 outs. Plate appearances already today. But if it always seemed like Jimmy Rollins was batting, you were not imagining things. And then he'll just lay off that one down and away. Right-handed now. And from this side of the plate, our catcher is 5 for 14. That ball will stay fair until the very. Stand under the roof now, where the mound is. And Ruiz rips one over to Muncy. Short way for the 5-4, and the Nationals are gone in the 4th.
Smith. Take that back. He's got 5 now. My bad.
He's out of the way after the strikeout last inning. Here's Betts with Edman and Teoscar Hernandez to follow. And a ball hit a ton out to center, but over to get it. Dylan Cruz. There.
Whew. Deep breath on that one, just for the fact that it wasn't looking like.
It'll be a high leverage series. And now Cruz has to go the other way. He's in cruise control out there. 2 outs and a.
Everyone wants to see where they are.
Yep, great measuring stick for your own ball club. This one to right from Hernandez. How about that? The outfield busy.
Dodgers, Anthony Banda. His 7th game of the season, 3.38 ERA, 5 1/3 innings, and this is the man that gave up.
Banda, 1/3 of an inning. Nats roughed him up. Monday night, couple of runs on 3 hits. A homer in. Off the end of the bat. The race is on out in short center. And sliding in.
Monda after.
And Josh late for the gas. Up and away, 1-2. And Bell will hack one over to the left side for the charging Muncy. Folks who will vacate and head over to the right field corner. Basking in the sunshine over there. 53 and clear at game time today. There are a lot of Gators sunning themselves this week after Monday night.
Yeah, that's good. Well played there.
Gore against the Fish. That ball is hammered to right field. And halfway onto the track, Smith and Muncy. Dodgers on the attack there. 8-8-9 went the fly balls about an hour and a half ago.
Right.
This is great stuff for a young pitcher.
Well, I think
right in on the hands. That one went neck. Swing and a foul tip into the strikeout. K-Beard held on. Popped up right side. Now it's coming right out in front. Ball's got some movement to it. And Paul DeYoung, the veteran. And by the way, this outing by Jake Irvin today is a great lesson for all of us who watch this great game. Knee-jerk reactions when you're following Baincy here. This has been an amazing afternoon for him. But baseball is a game.
was that patient in the first there, Bob?
Well, he can patiently walk and go shake hands with his teammates now. Great arm added to this Dodger bullpen. Frenny, I don't know if I've ever heard of some pitched in one postseason game in his life, and that was with the 23 Braves. And Alex Call with
What sets everything up? Steal strikes early and then get to that split late. How about this year?
healthy hack against the third.
Like in just outside of Honolulu, isn't it?
I think January or February because it rains every day. We found that out one year. Oh. Dylan Cruz looking. And what's funny about it is statistically, or he set down 12 of the last 13 Dodgers. Agree with you.
And I know people would like to say you're
And he got sent down today so they could activate their starter Landon Knack. So the Nats go quickly. The sixth
curveball, and then Michael can forward the fastball up. Let's get another good curveball and feel yourself a little bit. Nice job, hugs all around, and that's a big.
And here's Salazar. He will get Kike Hernandez, Andy Pages, and Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, 45 of 66 after the first inning. Strikes.
And again, Kike airing things out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He will bolt the outside edge and get. That was Pate. Here's Pages. And he's all. And a breaking ball that was hanging a bit. It's close. This game's tied. Andy Pages set.
A little scissor kick right there by Andy Pages allows.
All right, look out here, Ohtani. And for any big league hitters, don't miss those.
Well, one sitting next.
Could that be ugly when they get out there? Garcia trying to scoop it, and Salazar's got his hands full with the top of the order. Ohtani is now 6 for 12 in this series, and he has his 3rd steal. RBI guy. And Mookie Betts will take one down and away. And Dave Roberts also has a bullpen now. And Mookie Betts didn't get what he was looking for there. That'll fill it up.
Hit the rim today.
3-2. Up the middle. Garcia there. That ball was. Look out. Way up and in.
I mean, the one thing for Tommy Edman, I mean, you gotta. He has an easy time that way.
And it'll be Teoscar Hernandez now. Or much earlier than he wanted to use him. First time these two have matched up. Ooh. And that's the second RBI in the series. Pardon me, this inning on an 0-2. Top of the league in RBIs with 16. And Conforto's had hot shot. Garcia. That'll do it. Leadoff homer. Andy Pages. 2-out RBI. Teoscar Hernandez.
And during the season too last year, trying to get him. Like the Padres did. 7th game for him.
And this one out to short for Mookie Betts. Low throw. CJ now 1 for 7 career against him. And James Wood faces him for the first time, but in this series. Some kind of arm. Miami for 3. 1-2, and the foul tip into the strikeout, and we've had a momentum shift here at National. And he's had a nice series, 4 for 10. That is nasty down and in.
Tanner Scott for pocket of left-handers. You get an occasional guy like Cabert in there, switch hitter.
That one started away and then came crashing back in. To the 8th we go.
Jorge Lopez.
Right center. Racing back. Dylan Cruz.
Using the backstop right there.
Franny, there's nothing soft about landing into that fence out there.
No.
Matched their longest winning streak since they won the whole thing in 19. And Abrams to his left. He just caught a rocket. It'll be 4.
It's an elite fastball, not by velocity, but just by the like how it carries at the top of the zone. One of the best in the game.
Nathaniel Lowe has faced him with a couple of first 2 games of the series, getting out to sizable leads. Lowe out to left center. Ball's got some carry to it, and nearly halfway onto the track, Conforto gathers it in or so. Here's Josh Bell. RBI grounder and a base hit, batting left-handed. Vesia traded from Miami to the Dodgers back in February of 21 in that deal. What an arm the Dodgers picked up. And now it's 2-2. And after 0-2. Oh, what a take, and he lost him. Will be the hitter.
I like it. Able to have options to do this. See, it does a good job last year. 5 of 10 stealing bases against him.
Young a medium lead by his standards. And that's why, Franny, you talk to a lot of guys who pinch hit, guys who are good at it.
I think I led.
It was great. Right-handed batter.
So both.
1-2. And Rosario left the strike zone twice in that at bat.
He's able to drive it on that outside part.
Well, 2 outs now. What will the Nats do, if anything, with the runner? Dodgers. Good take. 1-1.
Perfect time to go to the right side.
Thinking that way. And that turned out pretty close, but Kike Hernandez had to turn halfway around. Good lead by Jacob. There he goes. They got him picked off. That's going to go 1-3-4 on the caught stealing. And the Nats are done in the 8th. Down by a run. Ahmed Rosario. Great breaking ball.
Right now, more importantly, Jose Ferrer gets another day and an
Reachable.
Well, first one gets away from him.
Lucas Sims in this series. 0-for-3 career against him. But Shohei has put on a show. And then reaching for a bottle of Aleve. Chopper. Sims forward to get it. RBI. And Betts will drive one to right. Ball will not carry all the way up. 2-hit day for Tommy Edman plus a walk. And now he's been hit by a pitch. Sims 8th inning Monday. Teoscar hit the ball hard against him, but a line drive out to center. 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Little back pick attempt over at first, but no chance to get Tommy Edman.
Talking to Nathaniel Lowe about that. I mean, how much nicer it is now with PitchCom to understand, know when the pickoff's coming, not just hoping that the signs are seen.
Paul DeYoung the short way. So the bullpen has kept it close. It's Call, DeYoung, and Cruz. And that's coming up against the former Nat, Blake Trinan. Just hard for me to believe Blake Trinan is now 36 years of age.
The whole look.
But here we are in the bottom of the 9th of Game 3, and the Nats have already won 2 against the Dodgers. Chopper, left side. Muncy was already playing shallow, and he makes the quick exchange and the accurate throw. Trinan goes with the first pitch breaking ball that stays inside. The one is DeYoung out to short right center. Nobody able to get to it, and the Nats get. That's the kind of swing you like to see on 2-0. Dillon airing it out. Runner goes outside. Ball gets away. DeYoung can round second and stop there. 3-2. Way outside, top of the order.
Well, we're holding him on. We're going to try to see if he's get himself out right here.
Right side, perfect hop for Tommy Edman, and the Dodgers are going to salvage Game 3. Just under a week ago, the Nats came home from Toronto, reeling a bit after being swept. And I think if we would have talked to anybody